reaches just before dawn. I can almost feel the hospitality of my muscles, all morphing high, working together, causing movement. I've learned to feel nothing from what you feel nothing. I pulled waves and winds out of my mouth and slipped them into the glamorous life.
David, who I shall call Stephen, for reasons that may not be clear, love bombs me or like bombs me with requests to visit his insurance business website. Out of boredom, I do. Why? I wish to ask him. Do you think I'd be interested? I too have suffered from self-importance in the past, and, like the wife of Bath, find experience, although not authority, can save one from being an unregenerate wreck.
My rib cage filled up with sexy oxygen while the galloping stallions began clicking sparks with the carpenter in the sky. I walk like a ghost, experimental meditations, trying to find the eye cream that works, looking forward to that next diving bell, and I turn the lights out.
Neurotic, yes, on bad days. On good days, neutrinos and comet and worldly wise I am to the universe. But getting back to Stephen, spelled PH, not with a V, if you understand the distinction. There is nothing remotely stimulating about your website devoid of content, devoid even of a possibly more flattering picture, which may have helped, which may have redeemed you, might have made you appeal, like a good book.
Last night, she walked under a few power lines while on her cell phone, and she whispered, and she took that for granted, and she ended her conversation as she began to pull herself in the center while her conscience followed the back of her head rather than the crown. The night was chilly down to a common denominator.
To cement the perception that relationship seeking is heat seeking, missile-like, Richard, whose name I no longer remember, emails, tells me he's sorry that because I keep kosher and he doesn't, we wouldn't work. Right. Well, frankly, I am glad. Good riddance to judgmental potential matches co-religionists. Oh, and Jeff, who I shall call Joe, wants to know why I am not interested after one round of Q's, mine, and A's, his. Shall I tell him I am mildly revolted, not by his slight scruffiness, I am broad-minded, but by the photographs he posts cross-legged, but not yogic, non-yogic, full body, arms above the head, breast self-examination, and dressed happy to report, in what is, more or less appropriately, in what is possibly power red, wrapped around himself as if to say, I am quite the package, n'est-ce pas? Although I doubt he speaks French, and why law school at age 53, and why tout your own self-professed altruism, you may nonetheless, if true, still be an SOB.
The sun, hot breath, warmed the center of my flesh. The white dot, as in library, dissolves under the tongue and down through the electric esophagus, throughing, flowing evenly like fundamental freedoms, a cool stinger supporting a double minted jacket, pulling thread through a needle for an intellectual slant.
Says he currently ministers to cancer victims, some sort of technician, a hybrid, prole, slightly upwardly mobile. Thank God he's not a nurse. The ones that kill usually are male. And no, I haven't yet sworn off men, but if I keep this up, I may just.
Focusing on the face of reality, there are those who regret pounding the surface with her doll parts for so many years, sucking the jelly out of a donut while attending a full-dressed party do something bad to ruin the page.
But then again, my own picture is a bit, as the French might say, de trop. The long shot, full-bodied pose, dressed in a tasteful empire dress that nevertheless fairly screams, I am not excessive, and viewed from above on a very good day, I may resemble a star of some television drama, now gone, but, and here's the distinction, I put up only one photo. Jeff has 10. Jeff, you scare me, frankly. Have you killed, if not humans, then small mammals? I shall then predict your slow decline into madness.
She sharpened the end of her pencil with a sharp, very sharp knife that gave her adrenaline. She tucked herself in as her elbows dressed with a fitted belt in her daffodil skirt, wearing brown bracelets like the crickets in the grass.
If I were a man, I'd affect a slightly rakish pose. I'd have a hat, a newsboy's cap, maybe corduroy patches, tweedy, you know, venerable. Might mention my 2 advanced degrees. Where does she come off? She does indeed. She sheds skin, just harmless thing.
In every creature, there is that twinkle in your eye, a comfortable sting from a hidden valentine, and you can't place it, but it's there without even taking your foot off the pedal. The days are getting easier twice. You walk on your tiptoes like freshly planted snap gardens. You begin gently, like hunting for tissues or a coin, never losing its spin. Thank you.
Thank you.